Everyone, you are watching Rob's MetalWorks, and tonight we are here once again in the home studio to bring you the best in Texas metal. We are knee deep into the fall season here in mid-October, and it brings me great pleasure to welcome a band that I've been following for several months now, and I'm so happy to have here with me the new wave of coastal bend metal. Yes, the band from Corpus Christi, ZOMBIEKING, is here tonight. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us, Rob.
Yeah.
Mr. MetalWorks.
Yeah. So good to have you guys finally here. So much to talk about with your brand new record that just came out. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows who's here in the house. So we have guitarist and mastermind Eddie here tonight, and their drummer Adon. Gentlemen, thank you for driving all the way from Corpus to do this interview. It is much appreciated because I want to support your new record, The Reveling. Now, I want to get started because there's people all over the country who watch our show and the world who watch our show. So tell me a little bit about the early beginnings of ZOMBIEKING. Did you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys formed in 2013 officially? Is that right?
Yeah, 2013-ish. But we became active around 2015 when we started playing shows and shit. You know, we were a band in 2015.
Yeah.
You know? We went through a handful of drummers and bass players and finally found some people that got us through until we found this guy and a couple other boys that are in the band now. And yeah, so
was Juan always there from the beginning?
Juan, yes, he was, man. He answered a Craigslist ad, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Craigslist. That's when Craigslist was still around.
That's when it was a thing, man. Yep.
Yeah. Juan, I wish you would have been here tonight, man. I'm sorry that I had to update the date, and but I am thinking about you as the front man. But we'll do it again in the future, guys, because I know you guys are going to have more music coming out.
For sure.
But that's great. So how did things get started rolling in 2015?
So, long story short, man, I got hit up by a band that shall remain nameless I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But that shall remain nameless. They were signed to Victory Records at the time.
Okay.
And they needed a lead guitar player. And they heard of me some way, somehow. Because I never, ZOMBIEKING's my first band ever. I haven't done shit aside from this. This is my child.
But this is your band.
This is my band.
Yeah.
This is our band, but this is my band. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And so I was like kind of intrigued with the whole like, hey man, there's this band. They're signed to Victory. They're reaching out. Cool. They came. They met me. I don't want to say I auditioned. I just kind of played guitar in front of them. And the dudes were like, yeah, man, you're sick or whatever. But I guess I didn't really match their aesthetic. And that's not a diss on myself. That might be a diss on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
I mean, it just didn't
vibe.
Yeah.
It didn't vibe, you know. But I was curious. I was like, man, that's interesting. Like this band that's signed to this label, like hit me up. Like I wonder if I start a band, some labels would hit. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
This is younger me, a little bit naive. I don't really know, you know, how the game works quite yet. And so that's what inspired me to start the band, man. And that's how we started going. Yeah.
Where'd you get the name ZOMBIEKING from?
ZOMBIEKING. Okay, so check it out. There's a couple.
And I like how you have it like one word.
One word, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, it's like Pantera's one word. You know?
Yeah.
Or like fucking Trivium or some shit.
It's like,
you know?
Pantera, ZOMBIEKING. I get it.
3 syllables,
Three
right?
syllables.
It works.
It works. You can't go wrong.
Can't. So zombies, as we know them to be in pop culture, are the living dead, right? Who have an insatiable thirst for
human blood,
for brains, right? And that's us. We're
nalgas,
many things,
fundios,
a few things. So it's like it's kind of a, you know, we have that same insatiable lust and thirst for our art and our music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just sounds cool as fuck. ZOMBIEKING.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
It's a cool name. Thank you.
Cool. I think names are very, very important.
For sure.
So important. I mean, I've run across so many cool bands, and they just have horrible names.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, You know.
Also, my little sister and I grew up watching old school like zombie flicks. Like that was our thing when we were children. We would
Oh,
we
really?
would go with my grandfather to the local mom and pop like video store in Robstown. Shout out Robe.
Wow.
West Side Till I Die.
Robstown.
West Side Till I Die. We Starch the Street.
I like the name of that town.
Hey. And we would go rent like just obscure fucking old zombie flicks, dude. And
Demons.
Yes, and we would watch them. Like that was just kind of our thing.
Yeah.
And I had a cousin who was close to the both of us, who's on my arm. RIP to that boy. Is next to my Pantera tattoo.
Yeah. I see it.
Joseph Favela. He was super into zombies as well. He passed away in 2009. So as on the
And he was your primo?
yes, and as you know, the band didn't form till maybe 4 or 5 years after that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an homage to him.
Okay,
because
cool,
he was super
man.
into zombies, and then my sister and I were, and then
Hey,
Zombie King. Man.
it's in your corazon.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I want to give Adon also a really quick opportunity. Adon, as Eddie just mentioned, kind of you came in a little later, even though you've been with the band for several years. But tell us a little bit about your history in the Corpus Christi scene. Because you know what? And I'm going to talk about the Corpus Christi scene later. But as I was telling you downstairs, I used to go down to Corpus and do shows. And I know that there's a huge fan base for metal in Corpus, bro. I think, though, back in that time, at least I didn't know that, there was a fan base, but I didn't know that there was a scene of musicians locally who wanted to do metal or who were doing metal. Now, I'm talking like early 2000s, like 2001, 2002. So 20 plus years ago. So, Don, where did you kind of fit in and come up and then eventually get into Zombie King?
We kind of just circled around each other for years.
So you knew Eddie before you joined?
Eddie for a few years.
Oh,
before I
yeah.
actually
Okay,
joined,
cool. And that's how it always happens, bro.
We both fucking.
Yeah.
I always tell musicians and I always tell people in my professional work, don't fucking burn your bridges, bro.
Sure.
Keep communications, networking, everything. You don't know when it's going to come back around.
Right. So I used to do sound at a venue that they started gigging at frequently. It was called Bone Shakers in Corpus.
Yeah.
So we kind of locked in there, and they were just like, I'd go on tour with other bands, and they'd be like, man, fucking the sound guy that was there was kind of ass, and he was just there for a paycheck. He didn't really put no love into it, blah, blah. When you get home, we have a show coming up. So we kind of built that little bond of like,
Had you already been drumming?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Since I was 13.
Oh, wow.
So I was on the road with other bands, and he'd hit me up and be like, hey, when you getting back into town, because we have a show coming up, we want you to run our sound. And we started kind of gelling like that. And
so you're kind of like an engineer too.
yeah,
Sound engineer.
no, a little bit of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool, man. I think a lot of successful bands now have dudes in their bands who are versatile, who can do a lot of different things, whether it's sound engineering or video production or social media marketing or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, so that's cool, man. And then when did the big day come?
So around they had an issue with a former drummer or whatever. He was not making practices, and so Eddie calls me up. He's like,
We can say it. We can say he was a little bitch. Am I allowed to say that on MetalWorks?
Cosme was a little bitch.
no, not Cosby. Different one.
Totally different.
Oh, okay.
So
Rob knows too much.
I was well researched.
I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, so
they had a kind of a flaky cat before, so he and I got together. And he's like, "Dude, let's just see what comes out." And we jammed a couple of times, and it still didn't quite line up because I'm busy. I'm 2 other bands that were actually on Hammer Forge Records. We can talk about that later. So I was getting on the road with them, doing video shoots with them, recording with them. So I was finding it hard to make time for Zombie King. Cosme came into the picture. That didn't go well. It soured. And
we don't gotta gotta name certain names.
You're right.
We gotta name certain names, but
Yeah, I already did it.
he
Bro.
dropped it. So yeah, after that we came together and we sat in the jam space and he started playing the lick from Exposed.
One of my favorite songs. Yeah.
And he's like, I've just been kind of messing with this to see what comes out. So I start hitting that tom groove that you hear at the beginning or whatever, and it just kind of locked in. We wrote that song.
So you were just playing the licks to it. Yeah. It was before it was a song. Great. Yeah. See, that's the beauty of it. You know, when two musicians come together and there's this back end chemistry, you just know it, right?
Yeah, it clicks right off.
That's great, man. That's great. And that's how you got in, huh?
For sure.
Yeah. So let me share with you my little story. When I first heard about Zombie King, believe it or not, it was just this past summer when Marcos Leal did his little video in his car. Right? He was in his fucking car.
Shouting us out, yeah.
Shouting you guys out in your new video for Crawl the Kills. And I was like, Crowd the Kills. I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I get it. You know, he's touting a band from his area. I get it. Okay. He wants to support his scene. Okay, I get it. And then I went and watched the video. And I was like, yeah, these dudes are pretty fucking cool. All right. And then I left it there. But the thing was, what Marco's video did was bring the name Zombie King to my radar. And like I said, I don't interview a lot of bands from the Corpus scene. And not that there aren't many aspiring bands. I just think that there's not many bands at the level that need to be on Rob's. And I don't say that in a bad way. I just say it, you know, in a very humble way because, you know, I want to bring the best to the viewers and I want to represent the Corpus scene in the best way possible. Now, after that, that's when I heard a few months later, that's when I heard from Beltran, your producer, your engineer, and he told me that he was working with you guys. And he said, Rob, can I send you the record? I said, yeah, send me the record. And then I heard the record, The Reveling, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. And I was like, whoa, this is fucking cool.
Thank you, man.
This is fucking cool, okay? So I had just heard the one song, Crowd the Kills, and then I heard The Reveling. Then I heard my favorite song, Fame.
Ooh.
Yes, that is my favorite song. I'm going to talk about it later. But it was so cool, man. You know, I'm a guy who loves all genres, but I think one of the things that I love about Zombie King is that you guys are heavy and you guys are melodic. I love the melody that you throw in with the brutality, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's so hard for some bands to do that because some bands can just be heavy and then some bands can just be melodic. And then you have bands who can intertwine the both, but they don't do it seamlessly and they don't do it well. And there's some bands who just do it well, and you guys are one of those bands.
Thank you,
so man. Tell me, Eddie, I don't even, what genre would you say that Zombie King falls in? When people ask you, what are you delivering musically? What do you say?
I just say we're metal as fuck, man.
Yeah.
We're just a metal band, bro. Like you mentioned a bit ago. So like, you know, you said how some bands, they got the heavy shit, but not quite the metal.
Yeah.
To me, the heavy shit's the easy. Like that's easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's any given fucking Tuesday for us.
I agree.
In the jam room, just jamming, you know, it's the melody, it's the structure, it's the catchiness that really gets us going.
Right.
We find a challenge in that. Because we could be heavy all day, every day, and there's and you know that's not a diss on any of the heavy bands. You're cool or whatever.
Sure.
But like you know what I mean.
You know the thing is like you too, as the only guitar player in the band, you're really versatile, bro. Like you can do like heavy stuff, and then you can do dynamic stuff. Juan does kind of like a few different vocal styles. He can sing clean. He does the heavy. And then like a lot of your songs just have these huge, big fucking choruses, bro. And it just sounds great. I want to call it like modern metal with just like a metallic melodic groove. It's just so groovy, dude. And I can sing along to it, and I'm bobbing my head to it. And it was something that I really, really enjoy, again, because I like melody in the brutality. And I think you guys kind of own that, man.
Thank you.
You
Man.
own that sound.
That's what we strive for.
And tonight, as you guys were, we were waiting for you to arrive, my girl and I are downstairs jamming, the reveling. And she's like, yeah, I really like this. I said, yeah. I said, they got their own fucking sound. How long did it take you to develop your own sound for Zombie King? Because Zombie King has its own sound.
I think the thing that we got going for us is that I'm into all my pop's old records, right?
Oh, yeah?
I grew up on fucking Maiden, Rat.
I don't want to ask you how old your pops
Dude,
is.
it's freeze.
He's probably my age.
Yeah, it would appear so. But
Come on, what? Eddie, I look
no,
that old.
hey, no. My dad looks great for his age, and so do you, Rob.
Thank God. I'm only 65.
No, you're not. No, but yeah, man, I attribute it to that. I think it's just our influences that
Yeah.
you know, Adhan brings a lot of the contemporary. May I say that? A lot of the contemporary feel when it comes to like certain grooves and shit. And I feel like I just have that old soul, bro. That's what the shit I grew up on, you know? I got an old soul in 2025. Are we in right now?
How old were you
So-
when you started playing guitar?
I've kind of always known how to play. I've since I was maybe like 8 or 9. Cause my dad plays guitar.
Wow.
My dad was in a metal band called Quasimodo back in the day. Yeah, they released a bunch of records and stuff. And he's good. If you think I'm all right at guitar, my pops is whole other level, right?
Really?
Yes, sir. So that's where I get it from. When I was a kid, bro, playing guitar to me was just an extra like curricular activity. It was like, all right, I'm gonna go fucking play hide and seek with the homies, play Nintendo. I guess I'll learn some Sabbath and then go and do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But then when I hit my teenage years, that's when I really, I want to get a little candid in this interview.
Go for it.
We're at Rob's Metalworks. When I was 13,
You better. This
when
is
I
your
was-
opportunity.
When I was a teenager, bro, I got caught smoking weed by my family, and they were like, what?
Where were you smoking? In the
Where
restroom?
In the backyard.
Oh,
I
God.
should have went down the street.
No
They were-
shit.
They were like, what the fuck? So I got grounded for like a year. So-
A year?
A year, bro. Say that again. Mom, see, Dad.
You're like, come on, Willa.
Little more, yeah. So, dude, all I had was my fucking guitar, right? That's all I had. I didn't have a social life outside of school, bro. So I just for like that
Oh, man.
that year that I was grounded,
Being grounded for a year probably makes you want to smoke more weed.
that's what leads me to today. That's I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But yeah,
Wow.
man. So I for a whole year, all I had was my fucking guitar after school, you know? And we bonded. We got to know each other very well.
Yeah.
And here we are
Wow.
at Rob's Metalworks.
Wow, that's cool. I think you're a dynamic guitar player. I can see that you can do a lot of things, and you know, I throw around the word mastermind, meaning that kind of you're like the corazon of Zombie King, because the guitar player who writes the riffs and the licks, you know, that's where it all stems from, you know. And I can see that with you, man. So I thank God your parents grounded you for a year.
That's what they say too, brother.
I want to jump back before we get into the reveling. I want to talk about your 2020 EP, Dead to Life, for a second, okay? Because I know when the Dead to Life came out in 2020. Now that was before you, right, Adhan? So, and I know you guys had released a little bit of music, recorded music before 2020, but it seems like 2020 was a point where you guys kind of kicked it up a notch. Like everything got a little bit more professional. How did that happen for the band?
So
What happened?
We actually signed a record deal with Pavement Entertainment. They had bands like Puddle of Mud, Candlebox. Can you think of any?
Wow.
Power Man 5000. So they were label mates of ours, and that's when we hooked up with Robert Beltran, producer extraordinaire.
How did that happen?
This guy actually set us up with it.
Really?
He was working with another band, Sugar Blast Blast. Shout out. That was working with Rob, and we had recorded with this guy and this other guy and that other dude over there, and it was okay, right? But we're like, the talk of the town was Robert Beltran, because
He's always been the talk of the town
He's
for
al-
Corpus Christi
yes,
for a
sir.
long time. Yeah.
He's one of the sickest producers out there, man. In my humble opinion, the sickest. Not only is he great at his job when it comes to production, but he's just a band guru, like all around. So
Sure,
if he
he's
really,
a music lover.
yes, if he takes you under his wing, you're gonna learn a few things. You're gonna get scolded.
Yeah.
You're gonna go through a few shit. You're gonna go through some shit, but it makes you stronger, man. And that's honestly, at this point, Robert's like the 5th member of Zombie King, man.
You need someone like that.
Mhm, for sure.
You need someone to tell you, hey,
That sucks.
kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Or to be brutally honest
For
with
sure.
you.
Yep.
Yeah. And if he's the big brother, then and it helps you, then by all means.
Yeah, man. All the songs,
welcome that.
all the songs before that, I was pretty much producing. We just had engineers recording us.
Right,
They
right,
weren't
right.
Really like producing us. I was producing the songs. So when we hooked up with Rob, that's when we were like, whoa, this is our first time working with an actual like producer.
A real producer.
So quick story: when we showed up to for the Dead to Life sessions, we showed up with 5 songs, right?
Yep.
4 out of the 5, Rob was like, nah, we're not going to do this. And we already had the time booked. We only had 7 days, bro, to record this EP. And we went in with the songs already written. But he was like, yeah, we're going to omit 4 of these. 1 is all right. 1's good. It was the song Dead at the Scene.
Good as it was.
Yeah,
Right. So the other ones he wanted you to rework?
completely. So we rewrote. We wrote the EP as we recorded it.
Yeah.
We didn't plan that. We had to do it. But I compare that to like being in the hyperbolic time chamber in like Dragon Ball Z, DBZ fans out there. We had to go we had a week to fucking write and record this shit, and we did it, and we learned a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, we learned a lot throughout that process, and that's probably why you get the vibe that you get regarding the professionalism, because we had to step it up, man. And it was our debut on a label at that,
And that's what Robert Beltran delivers to bands as well.
Mm-hmm.
He helps you become professional.
For sure.
For sure. So that's great. Will you do me a favor?
Of course.
Will you send me a download of Dead to Life
Of course.
so I can jam it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard it on Spotify.
I brought you the physical copy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you.
But I'll do
Thank you. It's right here. I totally forgot. So even though this is the old artwork,
The old artwork.
but this is
it's OG.
Dead to Life. Thank you. I believe it or not, I still have a laptop that has a CD drive. It has a drive, so I can upload it into my iTunes. So thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, great. I heard the songs on Spotify, and they're good tracks. I think the Reveling's better, but still, I want to hear these tracks. And that's great. So you guys, after Dead for Life, released a couple of singles, kind of, I guess, to maintain the name in the market. And I was telling you downstairs, I'm a huge fan of the single "Exposed" that came out in 2022. You guys did a video for that song.
Yes, sir.
We talked about it earlier. Don, that was the first song you wrote with Eddie, and such a killer track.
Thank you.
I love that song. It's 3 years old, but still, for all you people out there who haven't yet jammed that single, go look for it. The video is on YouTube. It's called "Exposed" by Zombie King. Killer video, killer song. I love it. And I think even Exposed, to me, as a fan, as I hear it, was a level above Dead for Life.
For sure.
You're sure, right?
So Dead to Life was actually written and recorded in 2018, I believe. But
Yeah.
because of the label shit. It was released in 2020 for whatever reason. So by the time we got to Expose, man, we had already grown so much since
For
Death
sure.
Alive. Yeah.
For sure. What do you attribute that growth to? Like being exposed to Beltran, or even
Yes.
even after being exposed to Beltran,
100%.
everybody's more focused. Juan's more focused. You're
Yep.
more focused. Were you guys working harder, rehearsing more? What?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Robert Beltran's doing.
Like you guys got to rehearse like every day.
Dude, okay, well, it's not so much rehearsal because we've always been a band that rehearses the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was more so like just being humbled in a good way. Like, hey man, you guys got hella like potential and shit. These songs are kind of whatever. So like I said, being in the hyperbolic time chamber at Robert's studio when we were writing and tracking Dead to Life, we had to learn how to like write music. Before then, I was kind of just riffing. And I was like, oh, that's a cool riff. That's a cool riff.
Right.
Since then, dude, now I'm super into just the craft of songwriting.
Songwriting.
Yes.
For sure. For
You
sure.
could write a sick riff all day, every day, bro. But to
Right.
write a good song that vibes, like that's not, that's
For sure.
so that's what we're into these days.
I'm not a musician, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. That's beautiful. To see that kind of epiphany happen for you as a musician, to say, I get it now.
Mhm.
And Robert Beltran helped you get there.
Yes, sir.
That's great, man. In 2023, you released the song Paralyzed, which is part of The Reveling.
Yeah.
Great song.
Thank
I
you.
love that song too, man.
Thank you.
Great song. And that was great to see that, you always have to have a back end fucking plan, to stay relevant in the market, especially in your own scene. So for 1 year later to come out with a great song like Paralyzed, and then in 2025 come out with The Reveling. So let's talk about The Reveling now. And for all you people out there, go ahead and take a good look at the cover art. The Reveling came out on May 7th of this year. It is out on all your favorite music media outlets. Be sure to go download it right now after you watch this interview. The Rob's MetalWorks crew loves this record. We've been jamming this EP and so many killer songs. If you support Texas metal, you have to have this one in your collection. So let's talk about The Reveling. And thank you, Robert Beltran, for sending it to me. And I just want to say this. I was very, very impressed with this record. I did not expect it to be... I did not expect to like it as much as I did.
We get it, man.
And when I heard The Reveling, and I had already heard Dead to Life and the other singles, and I said, oh man, these guys have stepped it up in the writing process.
Yes, sir.
These songs like flow so much better than what they've done in the past. So, Eddie, what separates this one from Dead to Life?
Just the growth, man. Just the growth and understanding of how to compose songs, dude. That's, again, like I said, that's my thing these days, is like I can write a cool riff all day, every day. Adon can fucking drum his ass off on any given Wednesday. But about constructing and composing a song from start to finish, even my guitar solos. I like to look at my guitar solos as like a miniature composition within the composition. You know what I mean? I'm not just wanking around and doing crazy shit. I could if I wanted to. But it's
But
like
it
it's gotta
doesn't serve the song.
It doesn't serve. I gotta
doesn't
serve the
serve
song,
the
man.
song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
serve the fucking song.
How many Steve Vai songs can you fucking name? Not one. Not one.
Shout out Steve I.
I love Steve Vai, but
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
It's all about the song. You know who gets that? The guy that we were talking about downstairs, Wolfgang Van Halen. He gets
Yes,
that.
sir.
Wolfgang Van Halen can shred all day,
Oh yeah.
but he knows it's about the song. The Reveling's been out, like I said, since May. What's the reception been like so far?
It's been great, man. It's been great. So the Reveling wasn't even supposed to be an EP. So like you mentioned, Paralyzed came out in 2023, right?
Yeah.
That was supposed to just be a single.
Right.
And it kind of was. But then we were like, we should fucking write an EP around this shit. So we kind of did a makeshift EP. Like we kind of willed it into existence. And even these songs, bro, we wrote what fucking 2 years ago. By the time like we got it mixed and mastered, and as you know, it's all about timing in this industry.
For sure.
So it was like we waited for the right time to drop this shit. So man, and you know, I don't want to take anything away from the Revelings. Fucking, it's our best work to date. But the new shit that we're working on.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
The demos, you know,
we're gonna get there.
So yeah, man, it's just the growth, the understanding, all that shit just led to the Reveling, bro.
You guys have gotten a lot of support online. I even heard that you guys got some radio play in Corpus, even here in San Antonio. Yeah, that's cool, man. 99.5 Kiss is still rolling.
Yeah, they're cool. Shout out them.
You know,
and shout out C101, bro. C101.
I don't know how important radio still is these days, but you know, they're still trucking, and I guess if you can get your music on the radio, then that says something.
It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt at all.
Doesn't hurt.
Let's talk about some of the lyrical themes regarding the Reveling. Because when I remember when I first heard the title, The Reveling, I was like, what are these guys saying? You know, are they waiting for something? Are they reveling in something to happen? Are they enjoying some fucking kind of chaos?
Yeah.
What is it? Talk a little bit about that.
So the concept behind the Reveling is like, you know, especially you see it a lot online these days. People love to just tear others down. Whenever someone's having a sort of downfall, or they're being exposed in a certain way, no pun intended, or you know, canceled.
For sure.
People revel in that shit, man. Now we've experienced that ourselves because there's a lot of bands where we're from, to where it's like cool to like hate on the band
it's horrible.
that's actually doing some cool shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, people like that, bro, they wait for look for any fucking chink in your armor to just revel on your grave type shit.
Dude.
And that's the message behind this record.
We were talking about that earlier off camera, and that happened with Rob's lately. Like, come on, dude. Like, you know, if I don't want to interview your band, don't fucking go online and start bashing me. You know, it's all professional.
We'd fight them for you, man. And so some of the bands back home, bro, Rough Sound, Corpus, whatever, the bands that hate on us on some low key shit. These craziest tag team in fucking Corpus Christi music history. I'll say that right now. Wouldn't you agree?
Donald's kind of crazy, bro. Now, let's talk about Robert Beltran a little bit more and his studio Hammer Forge Records. He's pretty well known now.
For sure. Yeah.
I've known as I was telling you, I've known about Robert Beltran for a long time.
Very well known. Yeah. Prominent producer, man.
And as I was sharing with you, like, everybody in Corpus aspires to work with him, right? Yep. Why do they want to work with him?
Because he delivers results, man. He delivers results. Shout out to the boys in Shattered Sun that you mentioned a bit ago.
Mm-hmm. That's when I first heard about Beltran.
Yeah.
When he was with Shattered Sun. And I remember Marcus Leal was like going on and on about Robert Beltran. And I was like, who? Who's Robert Beltran? And, you know, once I heard his work, I was like, oh, yeah. Robert Beltran's legit. Yeah. You were telling me downstairs that ZOMBIEKING has signed an artist development deal with Beltran. What does that mean?
That means we're partnered, man. It's more than just the average production gig for him. As Adon mentioned earlier, he'll work with bands, bro. He'll record your band if you guys are good and are gonna, you know, compensate him for his time and shit. But to really be taken under his wing, it truly means something, because Robert don't fuck around, bro. Robert, like, if he's down as fuck, to the point where sometimes it's offensive how down he is. Because you got to be on your shit, bro. Not anyone could just handle that. You know what I mean? It breaks a lot of bands.
Yeah. So, but the artist development means that he's recording you, he's producing you, and what else?
And helping us just learn the ins and outs of the business, helping develop our shows and stuff.
He sent me your record.
And networking too.
And networking and getting you on Rob's and in many ways. Yeah. I like I said off camera, you know, I respect Robert Beltran. If he sends me, not that everything he sends me I like, but if he sends me something, I'm going to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And when he sent me Zombie King, I was like, oh, yes, this is cool. And it's because of Robert Beltran that you're here.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, it's because of Robert Beltran that you're here.
We love you, Rob.
Because I heard the record, and you know, if Robert Beltran believes in you, then I at least can put my ear to the fucking underground and listen to you guys and give it a listen and an opportunity. And I loved it.
Thank you, man. He knows his shit, man. He's got a great ear. He's got
networked
He's got a great vision. Yeah.
He's networked too. He sees opportunities for you out on the scene, and he can connect you with those people, right?
Yes, sir.
That's great, man. That's great. This was one of my questions, and I think it's already answered. But there are hard copies of the Reveling EP, right? Yeah. Where can fans get hard copies?
At our shows, man.
At the shows.
So our show. Hey, we're gonna be in San Antonio. I don't know when this is dropping.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be in San Antonio. We're in Corpus. It's 2 hours away.
The San Antonio show's October
22nd.
I think it's
second. Yes, sir. Thank you.
22nd at the Starlighter.
At the Starlighter, man.
I want to go down there. Let me see if I can work it out with our schedule. Part of the Undead Roadshow, which we're going to talk about here in a bit. Okay. But before we leave the hard copies, is there any other way, like for people who can't come to the shows, or how can they get the hard copy?
We have an online shop at
tell these people.
ZOMBIEKING official, I believe. Yeah, you go to our Instagram, Linktree, all that shit's right there, man.
All the shit. Go buy a hard copy if you want. Is it gonna be vinyl?
Yeah, we're actually working on vinyl.
Oh my god,
we're working on getting vinyl.
Eddie, you better tell me when the vinyls come in. I'll send you the money. I want a vinyl. I want a vinyl with that on the cover.
Yes.
So cool. You saw my record player downstairs.
I saw it.
I love vinyl, and I would definitely buy the Reveling EP vinyl. Don't forget.
I won't.
Now, we have to talk about social media.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you guys are pretty good with social media.
Trying to be.
Yeah, I saw didn't you guys do some videos on Facebook to promote the Undead Roadshow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Man. Thank you.
Yeah, you got to do that. I've seen your guitar playthroughs for like the Ozzy.
Oh yeah,
the Randy Rhoads.
Yes, Randy Rhoads, my favorite guitar player of all time.
Yeah. You like how important? Where does social media fall in your activities in supporting Zombie King?
These days, we're really trying to make an effort to keep up with the socials, man. Personally, maybe about right around the quarantine era. I mean, Adon's socials are kind of popping. My shit was kind of popping. I used to have a live stream that I used to do, get 100 views, whatever. My Snapchat's popping. Edward Zombie, follow that shit. But then right around quarantine or whatever, like my grandparents got sick. I was taking care of my grandparents. And
man.
The fucking quarantine shut down. They were on hospice. Whole bunch of shit. I kind of just naturally became almost reclusive because I had so much other shit going on. But I was still maintaining the band shit, but just was a little absent on social media. And I kind of became accustomed to that. So now I'm trying to break out of that. Like I'm trying to tap back into the slightly younger Edward to try to, kind of tap back into the socials and get back on that grind. So that's kind of where that's at. So if you look at my personal socials, they're probably a little quiet, but the band shit, we're trying to push that,
Of course, that's where you should be popping.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you have so many things going on What's more popular or more productive for you, Facebook or Instagram?
At the moment, probably Facebook, but right now, Instagram's. I think it's gonna take it over within the next month or two.
Because I noticed when you were messaging me, you were messaging me on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
And to me, like for me, I do 3 things, and then Julie handles TikTok. I do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah.
And back in the early days of Rob's, YouTube was like the big thing, but now it's Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, we have our most followers, and our videos get the most views. Where YouTube is kind of like really, really diminished.
Yeah, we can relate, man. Our videos on Facebook, when we released our latest video, Crowd That Kills,
Yeah,
I think we hit like 20K views in less than a week, which is it's modest, but for us was like, fuck, dude, like,
that's
that's
great.
pretty cool, you know. Now we're probably like around 50K or something. But yeah, the Instagram push has been very recent, within the last maybe couple months, that we're like, bro, we gotta post on Instagram and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So that's, you know.
Yeah,
and I was just talking about that today. I was telling him, like, man, I just looked at Instagram earlier, and we got like mad new followers just today. So I was like, all right, maybe there's something here, you know. So let's see what's up.
Let's talk about shows now. So we talked about the Undead Road show. The tour is going on October 22nd through the 26th. You guys are hitting all of South Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, talk a little bit about how did that happen? And with Under Black Sky.
Under Black Sky, man. Shout out those boys. Under Black Sky.
Where are they from?
They're from New Orleans, I believe.
Ah.
Yeah. Cool band, bro. Cool band, cool aesthetic. Shout out those boys. So the way this tour came about was because of this bad boy right here. Because
Can't go wrong.
We dropped this EP, and then we dropped The Crowd That Kills, and we started getting some buzz around the region. You know, some promoters started hearing about us. We came and we played San Antonio with our friends in Relent.
Where was that
At Starlighter. We played with.
I heard that you guys had been here before. I was like, and you know, I usually try to stay in tune with what's happening in my city, and I didn't hear about that show.
That's unfortunate.
But again, I don't know who the promoter was for that show at Starlighter.
We were just hired.
Yeah.
We showed up, did our thing. But shout out the boys from Relent, man. Miggy, Sound, them.
I love Relent.
Cool guys. We love them too, man. So, yeah, dude. So it just came about like that. We caught some buzz with the EP, with the music video. We headlined Corpus Christi, which is our hometown or our home city. And then a week after that, we came and played direct support for Relent. And then some promoters heard of us. Robert connected with some of the promoters too. Like, hey, man, we heard this band you're working with, whatever. Rob helped put the fucking thing together, as Rob does. And next thing we know, we're booked for a tour,
That's
man.
Killer. That's killer. That's part of the artist development part. Like using Robert Beltran's network. And the fact that a lot of people respect Robert Beltran, you know, and they respect, you know, there's certain communications I get, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And then there's certain communication I get from certain people. I'm like, okay, yeah. It's all about relationships, carnal. Don't ever forget that, right? You guys know that. You guys know that. Let's talk about videos now. I love the video for Crowd That Kills. Killer ass fucking video, bro. Which is your latest video. It came out. It already has thousands of views. You guys have done video. You did a video for Paralyzed. I think one of the first videos I saw was Exposed.
I think that's the first one.
I love that video.
Yeah.
And to me, like, Exposed and After Exposed was like the new version of Zombie King.
Yes, sir, for sure.
A lot of the older stuff was kind of like, you know, development stuff. How do you feel about videos? You think videos are important in their relevancy in promoting who you are as a band?
I think so, man. I think attaching a visual aspect to your art doesn't hurt, you know? And personally, I love the creative aspect of getting it done, bro. Like, because we've worked with videographers in the past, it's always some bullshit dealing with them. They send you an edit, and it's kind of like, you feel like they kind of rush through it. You send them notes, and they start bitching about it. It's like, why the fuck are we paying you $1,000 for that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So during the quarantine, everything was shut down, right? So that's when Exposed came out, and we were like, well, fuck, like, what do we do? It was like, well, okay, let's track a song. Okay, what else do we do? Okay, let's fucking do a video, right? And we got friends that got cameras and shit, like you, right? Your homies are here and shit. And we're creative, man. So we're like, well, fuck it. Let's just make our own videos. So we've had fun.
Wow.
We've had fun learning, it's a very tedious job, but we have fun doing it, man. And ultimately we're in control. I'm like kind of a control freak in a sense, but not in a like dictator crazy way, but like for the art, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much for fucking sharing that. I'm the same way.
There you go. But yeah, man. So we have fun doing
That's
it.
because we're domineering people, fucking Eddie.
And then since we're talking about Rob also is he dabbles in that shit as well. So he'll help come set up lighting, and he'll have his fucking like, hey man, like do this, do that, whatever. And we collaborate very well, man. We work very well with Robert in many different aspects.
So Robert was involved in even the videos?
Yeah, he was a big part of the Paralyzed video.
Really?
Big part of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He was on set the whole time, pre-production, everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love videos.
Me too.
I love videos, and I think videos are relevant because there's some people, I'm an educator by trade, so I know that there's some people who they just learn by seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And if they see your band and they say, God damn, Don is fucking badass on those drums. I love him.
Sick.
He's sick, man.
The sickest in corpus.
I love this band now, you know, because of Adon or fucking you, Eddie, or Juan or whatever. The visual component does help make a connection.
It really does.
So you think you'll do any more videos for the Reveling aside from Crowd That Kills?
I believe so, yes.
Which track?
I want to do something for Fame.
Oh, yeah. My song. I love Fame. You know why I love Fame?
Why?
They're just, I just love the message in Fame,
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the huge fucking melody in Fame. It's such a good song.
Thank you.
And the thing about Fame too, to me, is like, it's one of those songs that flies under the radar. But if you're a real fan and you really listen to the music, it becomes your favorite because you get to see all the dimensions of Zombie King in that song.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah, Fame's my song.
Thank you, man.
You alluded to this earlier, and I said, hold on. So the Reveling already came out in May, and I know how you musician guys are. Like, once you put out a record, you're already thinking about the next shit that's coming to come out. Because even though the record's been out to the public for like a month,
we're already fucking over
you're already over it. You're already over it.
Yeah.
So talk about new music. What's happening on that front?
And so I got a little like ghetto rig studio in my place,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we got, and that's where we jam, man, our rehearsal space. So we got a drum kit in there that's mic'd up. I got all my guitar shit, my bass, everything. I play, a bunch of instruments, man. But I play guitar, bass, a little bit of drums. Not like this guy. But if I have a drum idea, I can get it out there. You know.
Yeah.
So I'll get together demos, send it to this boy, send it to some of the other guys. They do their thing, and that's kind of where we've been at for the last couple of weeks. We got tour coming up, so we're focused on that. But the last couple of jams, I've showed you all a couple of things, right? You like it? Yeah. You like it? It was like
So you sent the band some riffs.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And yeah, dude, it's shaping up to be I think it's gonna be, it's kind of biased. You think your latest effort's always your best shit, but I truly believe whatever we do next is gonna be the best shit we've done because I think we're priming out right now when it comes to performing and songwriting.
I would agree.
And again, the Reveling is a big step above anything else we've done, and that's already a couple years old to us.
Yeah.
It's new to everyone else,
Right.
but like, dude, the new shit we're working on, it's a little more, I guess, unique in the sense of it's a little more thematic. It's a little more plays in a little more to like the image and the name Zombie King and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the song's gonna be great, man. I'm excited to go on tour. Right, I'm excited to fucking kill shit. As soon as we're done with tour for the holiday fucking season, we're just working on new shit, bro. We've already talked to Robert Beltran about it. We're gonna get in the studio, start some pre-production. Don't get me wrong, man. We're still pushing the Reveling, dude. The Reveling,
Of course.
it's still got a lot of life
You
left.
got to, of
It's got a
course. Yes.
A lot of life left, but you know, maybe a year from now or so, you'll look back on this interview. You're gonna be like, "Damn, that motherfucker was spitting some facts."
I'd
on that new
love
shit
you guys definitely need to support the Reveling
for sure.
for at least until the middle of next year,
Yes, sir.
because it's such a wonderful record. And again, you know, I always tell bands is like, don't cannibalize yourself, you
Yeah.
know, because you have great music out already in the band, and it takes the market a while to absorb.
Mm-hmm.
The record, you know, so many fans are going to come on
Yeah.
to the Reveling just from this interview tonight,
Yeah, for sure.
which I'll release probably in the next couple of weeks.
Cool.
So, you know, yeah, the Reveling still has a lot of life in it. I cannot wait to hear your new music, so be sure to send it to me
For sure,
so I can
man.
continue to talk about Zombie King, or tell Beltran to send it to me. I definitely will continue to support you. You know, I love to think about the fact that we have leaders out of the Corpus Christi scene, aside from bands like Shattered Sun, and which is hard to believe that Shattered Sun now is kind of like considered in a veteran kind of old band now. It's weird, you know, because I've been with those dudes since the early 2000s. But yeah, you know, just as Leal said, you know, you guys are like the new wave, man. And I'm always open to the new wave and the new generation of bands that are coming out. And you guys definitely are a part of that. Before we close out, I want to give each of you an opportunity to share your thank yous and your gratitude to people who have helped you in your musical journey. And before we do that, let's take this shot.
Oh, there we go.
Salud, 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 salud. So let's start with you, Adon. Again, share any love or gratitude you have for people who have stood by you.
Man, shout out Rob Beltran for being tough on me and not letting me go in there and half-ass my drum takes.
Really?
And, yeah.
Oh man.
It's not something I'm used to hearing. Like, it's kind of weak. Do it again. But he for sure lets me know. My girlfriend Rebecca for not being a nag and letting me get on the road and do music as much as I need and want to. My parents for letting me beat the fuck out of my drums in my garage.
Of course.
And all my boys in Zombie King, man, for letting me have like the creative outlet to do what we do.
And for fucking Destiny, bro. Destiny fucking led you to Zombie King, where I think you're gonna have a long career. And it's you know, I always ask the question like how you kind of acclimated into something, is because I always feel that the universal power has our own destiny in hand. And, you know, even though despite the fact that you knew Eddie for a long time and then eventually, you know, became part of the band, it was just all part of the universal plan, bro. All right, Eddie.
Dude, first and foremost, shout out my family for grounding me for a fucking year. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Getting my chops up. Nah, real shit though. Shout out my friends, my family, bro. Shout out the mommies. It's a little like kind of a little fan group, you would say. I've dubbed them the mommies.
What?
It's a group of females who are just really
I thought
diehard.
those were all the chicks you had babies with.
No children. No
Okay,
children
good.
yet. But the mommies,
Good,
bro.
good,
Shout
good.
out y'all. And just all the people I love, bro. Everyone that I love, you know who you are. Thank you for helping us in every way, man. Shout out, like he said, shout out to Robert Beltran for fucking believing in us, man. And shout out to you, Rob's MetalWorks, Mr. MetalWorks. Thank you. Shout out to you, man, for having us here, bro. Okay. Can I tell you a quick story?
For sure.
About a week ago or so,
Okay.
I went to go see a Pantera tribute band
Okay.
at Brewster Street, right?
Okay.
I get home and I'm on a Pantera fucking binge, right?
Yeah.
I go on Hulu and I see this series called Into the Void.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm scrolling through the episodes. I see that there's a Pantera episode.
Yeah.
I click that shit because I just got back from the Pantera tribute show. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
we're on some Pantera shit right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching the episode. I see Philip and Selmo partaking in an interview, and I see Rob's MetalWorks pop up. San Antonio, Texas, right there.
Yeah.
And I said, holy shit. I said, that's fucking Rob's MetalWorks, bro. I've been watching your interview since I was like 19, 20. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was like, dude, that's cool. And I felt proud. And we weren't even acquainted in that moment. But I still felt like a sense of pride. Like, dude, that's fucking sick. He made the Hulu episode. 3 days later, bro, I wake up, I check Instagram, and you're following us. And I'm like, what the fuck? If I didn't even partake in the whole Pantera thing, if I didn't see the episode on Hulu, it would have still been cool. I would have still been like, oh, cool, Rob's MetalWorks following us. But the synchronicity of it all is what tripped me the fuck out.
That's cool.
And now we're here.
And now you're here.
So
I know you.
I just want.
Now I know you, Carnal. We have a personal
Yes,
relationship.
sir.
Wow.
So I want to shout out some very important sponsors that are helping to make this tour
For sure,
possibility.
for
Shout out
sure.
to Barreras Fried Chicken in Robstown, Texas. Some of the best fried chicken you'll ever fucking have. Shout out to Els.
Where in Corpus or Robstown?
Robstown, Texas.
Okay,
I'll
I'm
set
gonna
you
remember.
up.
I'm going.
I'll set you up, brother.
I just eat all white. That's all I want.
Me too.
All
Chicken
white.
breast. Chicken breast.
Chicken breast and wings. That's
Yes,
it.
I got you. And shout out to LC Stones.
Hijo gordis.
Sick ass stonemason, man. He gets hella work done. Badass motherfuckers. But and shout out to you again. And yeah, man, we're excited, bro. We're excited. Momentum.
You guys have a bright future, bro.
I hope so.
The momentum is in your
It
favor.
is.
Everything is good, bro.
I feel
And
it.
this interview is only going to help that momentum. I'm so happy that you guys came and did this. Thousands and people will watch this interview all over the world and pick up your record, The Reveling. So thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking lots of shots with me and drinking, and hopefully Rick will smoke some weed with us after this
Can I
interview.
say one more thing, man?
Sure,
By
sure.
the time this interview drops, there's going to be a huge show announced.
Oh yes, we forgot.
Huge show announced, bro. We mentioned these boys a bit ago. We're going to do a co-headliner with Shattered Sun at Brewster Street Ice House, Corpus Christi, Texas. It's going to fucking pop, bro. It's going to be on November 28th, something like that. The Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, bro.
Did you send me the picture?
I did.
Okay.
It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be probably one of the biggest metal shows of the fucking year when it comes to regional bands that live here and breathe the fucking air here and sweat and fucking bleed here. It's gonna pop, man. Go out of that fucking show. If you caught the Undead Road show, thank you. I love you. If you didn't, what the fuck?
I'm so glad you mentioned that, bro, because I totally forgot, even though we talked about it downstairs. I'm gonna see if my boys can schedule in their schedules so that we can all travel down there to make
Please,
it
man. We'll take care of you, bro.
there. You don't have to get us a hotel room.
We will.
But just
No, we will.
get us some passes to get in.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll shoot everything. That's a huge corporate show.
It really is. It's gonna be.
God,
huge.
that's
It's
like
gonna
that's
pop.
like that's like the echelon of corpus metal right
It
there.
really is.
And
we're bringing down some San Antonio boys.
I would love to be down there, dude.
Semper, man. Semper's
So
coming
Rick
down.
and JB, remember, okay? And yeah, of course, if we go down there, I want to shoot and interview and have a great time.
Of course.
With all you guys
Let's make it happen,
and be
man.
part of the Corpus metal scene.
Let's make it happen.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. What a beautiful thing to have you here. I hope you'll stick around for a little bit longer.
Of course, yeah.
Because, you know, we're going to
partake.
partake and have a good time. I'm going to play some great metal for you.
Yes.
Remember, everyone out there, the latest from the band is called The Raveling. Go to your favorite music media outlet and download it right now. Jam it. 5 songs of Texas melodic brutality for all you people to check out. We love it here at Rob's MetalWorks. You sold the band, the Zombie King, right here on The Big Show.